And when you stop asking questions from yourself, that is the moment you stop growing. That is the moment where your growth stops. Friends, this is Sawan Kumar, and let me ask you a question today. And that question is, do you ask questions? Do you ask questions? Or you stopped asking questions since you were a child and you used to ask a lot of questions, but your parents or your teachers or your seniors stopped you from asking questions. They kept saying you, why do you ask so many questions? And gradually you learned to not ask questions. Even if you had questions, even you were so much you so much wanted to know everything about around yourself, but you stopped asking questions. Not only from others, but you stopped asking questions from yourself too. And when you stop asking questions from yourself, that is the moment you stop growing. That is the moment where your growth stops. Figure it out in your life, when and at what point did this happen with you, that you stopped asking questions to yourself. Because once you stop asking questions to yourself, you stop the need of finding answers. And when you do not work on finding the answers or looking for the answers, that means you are not doing anything new, you are not doing anything practically, you are just doing something that you had been doing for the last 5 years or 10 years. You're just repeating those as a robot. You're not doing anything new. You're not asking new questions. You're not getting new answers. You're not having new problems. You're not looking for new solutions. That is the questions. Those are the questions. New problems are the questions that come into your life that has not been answered or that has not had a solution before in your life, and you ask a question to yourself. You look for an answer for yourself. You look for the solution to the problem that came in front of you. That is all what it is about. Start asking questions. I know it's difficult, but it's easy today. Whatever question comes to your mind, this is the best way to learn new things. This is the best way to solve problems in your life. This is the best way to get successful. Ask questions. And do not go out asking questions. Ask yourself the questions, and you have enough resources today. You do not need to go to a library to get the answers. You have it all in your laptop or you're in your mobile screen. You just have to ask questions. You do not have to irritate anybody. Google won't get irritated if you ask a lot of questions. It won't, because it is its job to give you answers. You just have to look for the right answer for yourself that suits your requirements and your expectations. That is what we need to do. But what kind of questions? What kind of questions should I start asking myself? This is the first thing that would come to your mind, that what are those kind of questions that I should be asking myself. So if I were you, if I was in your position, the first few questions that I would start asking myself, questions are infinite that would keep coming in as we progress in our life. But the first few questions that we have forgotten asking ourselves are something like, what am I good with? Do you know what you are good with? We have forgotten that because we have been doing something that we are decent with, and maybe we have never tried to upgrade ourselves, upskill ourselves, and get better with what we do. And that is why we have stopped asking the question what we are good with. We might be good with something 10 years back, but we might be good with something else today. So do you ask this question with you today? What are you good with? What I'm average with? What I'm not really good with? Not so good with? You need to know that. You need to know what you are really good with, what you are average kind of good with, and what are those things that you're not good at all with, but you must be good with. Something of that sort. What are the things that makes you tired? What are the things that makes you feel boring? Have these answers written down. This is important. Just saying this to yourself will not get you the answers that you want. Write the question and write the answer. Write the question and write the answer. Once you answer all these questions, you will find that you have figured out a different you now. You have got a lot of answers that you had been looking for from somebody else until now. You have all the answers. You just need to Write it down. Don't just say to yourself, because just saying it from your memory would not add things up. You will have to write it down. So write down these answers. What makes you tired? What is that one most important thing in my life? Have the answer. How much sleep do I need? And you do not need to hear it from me or from somebody else about how much sleep you need. You know it yourself how much sleep you need. Your body needs how much of sleep you need. Somebody might need 5 hours of sleep, somebody might need 6 hours sleep, somebody might need 7 hours of sleep, 7.5 hours of sleep. But yeah, if you're sleeping for more than 8 hours, then definitely you're oversleeping, because if you oversleep, you will realize that you have overslept. You will realize that. If you are a little conscious about that, you will realize that you have either overslept or you have underslept. You need to figure out what the right amount of sleep is for you, so that when you get up, you do not feel less on energy, low on energy, nor do you feel, you just do not feel good about it. And when you sleep less or when you sleep more, when you get up, you won't feel good about the day. Only when you sleep the amount of sleep that you had to sleep, you would feel, when you get up, you would feel fresh. You would have a lot of energy. So you need to know how much of sleep you need. What stresses you out? What do you think stresses you out? What is the most stressful thing in your life? What do you think is something that you just cannot take? You cannot take that. Okay? What relaxes me? What is that one thing that relaxes me like hell? I can just listen to that music and be relaxed, or when I do meditation and yoga, I find myself relaxed, or when I play video games, I feel relaxed, or a soothing conversation with my spouse makes me relaxed, or a fun time with my kids makes me relaxed, or whatever it is. What relaxes you? What is the definition of success for you? For a few people, it could be money. For a few people, it could be a healthy life. For a few people, it could be good neighbors. For a few people, it could be a lot of travel. For a few people, it could be a luxury house and a villa. A lot of things, a lot of definition of success. What is success for you? What type of worker you are? What kind of work do you like to do? What type of worker you are? How do you want others to see you? How do you want others to see you? How do you want to feel for yourself? How do you want how others feel for you? You need to know that. What makes you sad? What makes you happy? What makes you angry? What type of person do I want to be? What kind of person I want to become in my life? A generous person, a weird person, a successful person, a happy person, a sad person, somebody, a humorous person, somebody who people love the company of, or the kind of person who does not like to be in company with anybody. What kind of person do I want to become? What kind of friend you want to be? What kind of friend? Somebody who is always there for your friends, or somebody who, what kind of friend you want to be? What do you think about yourself? This is the most important one. What do you think about yourself? What things do you value in your life? What are the things that you value in your life? Money, your relationships, your parents, your success, your employees, your clients, your customers, your products, your services. What do you value the most in your life? And what makes you afraid? What are you scared of? What are your fears? What are the things that you do not want to do? What are the things that makes you dead scary? Like jumping from a cliff, like trying something risky, like getting into a business, leaving your job. What makes you fear? What is your biggest fear? Once you have these answers, and once you have all these answers written down, you will find a lot of answers for yourself that you have been asking from yourself for the last few decades maybe. And you have the answers right in front of you. When you add these all up, you will find yourself to be a better person than you were before attempting these questions, because now you have a lot of answers. You now better know what you want to do, how you want to do, what you want to become, what success is for you, what fear is for you, what scares you, what makes you think that you could be a better person, what kind of friend you want to become, what kind of friends you want to have. Once you have answered all of these things, you now have a clarity, and when you note it down, that becomes crystal clear in front of your eyes. Your vision becomes clear. So answer all of these questions and be a better person tomorrow. Have a good day.